The United States is grappling with a complex and challenging deportation landscape. Millions of undocumented immigrants live in the shadows, their futures uncertain. The Trump administration has made deportation a cornerstone of its immigration policy. This has led to a surge in arrests and deportations, creating fear and anxiety within immigrant communities. The situation is further complicated by legal constraints and the reluctance of some countries to accept deportees. The deportation system is fraught with difficulties. Navigating the legal system is a daunting task, especially for those who don't speak English or have limited resources. Detention centers, often overcrowded and with substandard conditions, add another layer of hardship. The human cost of these policies is immense, separating families and upending lives. The U.S. government, under President Trump's leadership, has been actively seeking agreements with other countries to facilitate deportations. Guatemala, for instance, recently agreed to increase its intake of deportees, a move considered crucial for the U.S. to manage its large undocumented population. Venezuela also reached a similar agreement, agreeing to take back its nationals residing illegally in the U.S. However, securing these agreements hasn't been easy. Many countries are hesitant to accept large numbers of deportees, particularly those with criminal records. This resistance poses a significant challenge for the Trump administration's deportation agenda. The lack of cooperation from key countries like Cuba, El Salvador, and several others further complicates the situation. The U.S. has resorted to sending some detainees to Guantanamo Bay, a move widely condemned by human rights organizations. Since taking office, President Trump has implemented a series of hardline immigration policies, significantly impacting deportation practices. His administration aims to end catch-and-release policies, prioritizing the detention of individuals deemed a threat to public safety. This has resulted in a surge in arrests, with over 8,000 immigrants apprehended in recent months. However, legal constraints limit the administration's ability to detain individuals indefinitely, especially if their home countries refuse to repatriate them. This has created a bottleneck in the system, forcing the release of some detainees on monitoring programs due to capacity issues. The administration's goal of deporting millions faces significant legal and logistical hurdles. The human impact of these deportation policies is profound. Families are being torn apart, with parents separated from their children and breadwinners sent back to countries they left years ago. The constant fear of arrest and deportation has created a climate of anxiety and uncertainty within immigrant communities. The trauma inflicted on individuals, especially children, can have long-lasting consequences. The future of U.S. deportation policies remains uncertain. The Trump administration's aggressive approach faces legal challenges and criticism from human rights groups. The next few years will be crucial in determining the fate of millions of undocumented immigrants living in the U.S. As the debate on immigration reform continues, the human cost of these policies must not be forgotten.